The United Methodist Church continues to be divided after a decision was made to not recognize same-sex marriage or gay clergy. Churches nationwide are flying the LGBT flag in protest of that vote, including a church right here in the metro. Stephen Dial spoke to the pastor and explains what's next for hundreds of churches around the county.
Easter Sunday is a day Christians come together to celebrate the resurrection of Jesus Christ. At a time of unity, the United Methodist Church is divided.
The resurrection is for all people. And when we say all, we mean all here.
The worldwide denomination leaders recently voted to not recognize same-sex marriages. They also decided not to accept gay clergy members. While a majority of United States leaders voted to accept LGBT members, leaders from other countries felt the change would go against religious doctrine. Immediately following the vote, Pastor Adam Hamilton at the Church of the Resurrection in Leawood spoke against the vote.
The Church of the Resurrection has not changed. We are a place that's welcoming for everybody.
At Asbury United Methodist in Prairie Village, they are flying a LGBT flag in opposition.
We understand it's a cultural difference, and we simply wanted to make a brave and bold statement that we are open to all.
The pastor says, depending on the outcome, there are talks of creating a new branch of the United Methodist Church.
We are still in a process of discernment and being open about what is next, and we believe that the Spirit will guide us where we need to go.
Okay, so you guys obviously heard where this is happening, what church. It's at Asbury, and we have the Asbury revival, so to speak, okay? So we can see the connection there, what's going on. And secondly, she said that the resurrection is for everyone. Now, what people don't explain very often is what the resurrection and the death of Christ represents symbolically in our life. Now, there is a physical and a spiritual change that happens within a person, but the symbolism of what actually took place when Christ died, buried, and rose again is not really talked about. But Paul explains it clearly. And he talks about the old man dying and the new creature raising up in newness of life. And that is what the death, burial, and resurrection symbolically, as well as other reasons, but symbolically is showing us. That the old way, the old you, died. And that sin, the sinner, it was buried, and then the new you, resurrected you, glorified you, is raised up in newness of life. You see, so when you have churches or whoever talking about this kind of teaching, where this is newness of life now, saying that it's a good thing to live this lifestyle, well, it's a Christian thing is actually what they're saying. It's according to the Bible and Jesus and the resurrection. That's not what God meant. And even non-believers will agree with that God, all throughout the Bible, is not ever affirming and saying it's a good thing to live that lifestyle. Clearly, I try to get along with everybody. But we're talking logistics here, biblical-based teaching here. And so look at what makes the news. Asbury revival. What is it? It's an anti-biblical event that is being called a Christian revival. And see how these things go viral? Is on like Fox News, is on the TV. Well, who do you think's in control? The God of this world and his people. These are the type of things that go viral, okay? So is it clear what's going on here? I think it's pretty clear. One of the devil's specialties, or favorite things to do, I'll say, is to misrepresent God. And by misrepresenting God, you have to misrepresent what his word stands for. And that's what all this is about. So who's behind it?